So if you can see nicely, we've got this shaded region. There is this graph and this one, okay? So these two graphs are intersecting at A and B. They want us to find the coordinates of A and B. You know the coordinates, right? Do you know what it means, coordinates? There's x-axis and y-axis. For example, if you've got, if I write something like 2, 4, these are coordinates, okay? So this is x-axis and the y-axis. So now they want us to find the coordinates at A and B. They've just given us these graphs. We've got this straight line and the curve here represented by these equations, okay? So what we need to do when you've been given the equations is to just get the given equations, okay? So like I've done here, I've gotten this one is for the straight line and this other one is for the curve, this curve right here, okay? So what we'll do here now is to equate. Do you know what it means to equate?
No.
So if you've got, let's say you've got A, which means two lines. These are lines. And you've got A, which means 4 lines or 3 lines. You see? So meaning you can say these 2 lines are equal to these 3 lines because A and A are equal. What we've just done here is what we call equating. We are equating. This is equal to this. Is it clear? It's clear. Okay. So if you can see nicely here, applying that idea which I've just given you, we've got this y and y. So meaning this and this are equal. Is that clear? So we can say x squared plus 2 is equal to 4x minus 1. Or you can start with this, whichever, because there's an equal sign. You can start with this or this, whichever I want to start with. I picked this one. I wanted to start with this one. Whichever way you want to start, or whichever equation that you feel like starting with. So now here, if you can see nicely, this is a quadratic equation. Do you know a quadratic equation? This one is leading us to a quadratic equation because we have got power 2, and we know that a quadratic equation has got power 2, isn't it? So we can say x squared minus 4x. This one, I want to put it in a standard form. You know a quadratic equation, right? It's in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is a standard form of a quadratic equation. So I want to put this in a standard form. So we have 2 here. So even this will come this side, it will be plus. It was negative, it's plus. Is equal to, I'll remain with a 0 this side. So everything that were this side, they've come this side. So we have x squared minus 4x plus what? 3. You see that a quadratic equation has come out. Yes, so a quadratic equation has come out. So now it's the idea of solving a quadratic equation. Can you solve a quadratic equation?
No.
You can't solve. So let me just give you an idea on how it works. So for a quadratic equation to be solved, we need to understand a product. Okay, we need to understand a product and sum, as well as the factors. Okay, this is the product, sum, factors. So what is our product here? A constant is a product. So in this case, our product is a 3. And what about our sum? It's -4. I'll explain what it means. Okay? So before we find the factors here, we need to understand this. Product means multiplication. So this is multiplication, a product. And then sum means addition. So whichever number is with x here is the sum together with its sign. Whichever number which has got no x is a constant. And that's our product. Okay? Is that clear? So now we need to find 2 numbers. Maybe you have heard this idea that you need to find 2 numbers such that when you multiply them, they give us a product. And when you add them, they give us the sum. So what are the 2 numbers such that when we multiply them, they give us 3, which is a product, and when we add them, they give us a negative 4. So these numbers are negative 1 and negative 3. Negative 1 and negative 3. Because if we say negative 1 times negative 3, we'll get a positive 3. Negative and negative will cancel. Negative 1 plus negative 3, it's positive. It's negative 4. Okay. So now these are the numbers that we really need. So we'll say x squared minus x. This one, you see, this minus, it's right here. There is a 1 in front here, so we don't show a 1, we just put x. Where this 4x is, we replace the 4x with these two. So it will be minus 3x, this 3. Okay? You see? Yes. And then here, let me remove this. Here, we will say plus a 3. This 3, it has come back. Okay? Yes. So now, I think now it's clear up to here, right? Yes. Yeah, so now we can factorize by grouping. We say by grouping. So by grouping, we'll put the brackets here. We are solving the quadratic equation, okay? So we will say x outside is outside because it's common. We're factorizing what is common. X comes out, we will remain with x, minus here will remain with a 1 when you factorize. Is it clear here? Yes. You can ask a question where not clear. If it's not clear, it's straightforward. Here, what is it that is common? It's negative 3. We want what will be here be equal to what will be inside here. Okay? So we will get this negative together so that it can come and change this sign to a negative. So when we factor out x here, negative 3, we will remain with what? Remain with x. What about here? Negative 1, which is equal to 0. Okay? So x minus 1, this, okay? And we just get one of these, okay? We have 2 and they must be similar. That's a rule, okay? When solving quadratic equation, you reach this point, what is here and here must be similar. So here we have x minus 3 is equal to 0. You just get this x and the minus 3. Is that clear? So now, let me take it here. Let me put it here. So we are at this point, x minus 1, x minus 3 is equal to 0, okay? So now at this point, we will say x is equal to, or x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to what? To 0. So here, it will be equal to 0 plus 1. This 0 plus 1. Here it will be equal to 0 plus 3, which is equal to 0, which is equal to 1, because 0 plus 1 is 1. Here 0 plus 3 is 3. So we go back. Remember, we are not finding, our main idea here is not to solve the quadratic equation, but is to do what? To find the coordinates. So we have found the x values. So here, if you can see, we've got two numbers. Which one is bigger? It's a 3, right? Yes. So when you follow the x-axis, where do you think one can be? Here or straight with this b? Because this is 0. Yes. Yeah, so 1 I think must be here. We are going to bigger numbers. So this is 1. And straight with the b is 3. These are the x-axis, like x values, right here along the x-axis. So we have found the x values. So meaning here is 1, comma, we don't know the y. Here it's 3, comma, we don't know the y. Does that make sense? Yes. So we now need to find the y values. So how do we find the y values? Do you have an idea on how we can find the y value? Because we need to finish here. We have not finished. Do you have an idea? Not really? So To find the y values, you go back to the equations, the given equations, either this or this, these two, either this or this. Which one do you want to work with? This one or this? Which one? You can pick any. You can work with any. Oh, the one with power 2? Yes. Okay, squared, right? X squared. Okay, so we pick the one with the power 2. So you've decided to pick that one. Yes. Now, look at the way it's supposed to do. What is the x value here? What? It's 1. So meaning we want to find the y value here. You say y is equal to, where there is x, we'll put a 1. Squared plus a 2 there. What is 1 squared? 1 squared. 1 times 1? It's 1. Yeah, it's 1, of course. 1 times is 1 is 1. Plus a 2. Y is equal to a 3. So meaning our y value here, the y value here, it's 3. So we'll say our y value is, I can't write properly. Our y value is a 3. So we have answered A. Now for B, the same thing. Maybe you can explain now for B, can you?
For B, maybe I can try.
Yeah, try.
Yes, there where there is y. Oh, we are finding y.
Yeah, we are finding the y. So we write y is equal to, we put a 3, this 3, because we're trying to find it. So we say power 3, isn't it? Plus 2. Here it will be what? 9, isn't it? Yes. Plus 1. I mean plus 2, sorry. What is 9 plus 2? Is what? 11. So this is 11. Good. Thank you so much for everybody who is watching on YouTube or Facebook. I thank you so much. You people keep on commenting, liking my videos. Tell more people to learn. And we offer online tuitions in case you'd like to do online tuitions with us, or physical tuitions if you're an Indola. We offer them. Yeah, we offer them. You can contact me on my line, which is 0969 17 57 01.